Hello, Cancer. Welcome to our Timeless Tarot to Go. So, I invite you to take a short break at the middle of the day and try to have a short tarot reading with me. Now, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you. At the same time, it's timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this tarot, that's the best time for you. Okay, for our main energy, we have here the Emperor. Okay. You're very efficient today, right now. Your energy is that of a very efficient. You are very, what you call this, quite official. You're very formal right now. Okay. You're very formal and you have very strong boundaries. You get things done. But at the same time, you're so austere that, you have an energy of minimalism right now. You don't need too much overflow with things. You are just simple, very austere, not much decoration. Maybe you could benefit a little bit with immersing yourself with nature. Maybe put some plants in your office to bring a little bit more life in you. You see, when you look at the throne and everything around him, they're all made of concrete, no nature. Even the background, it's just the bare mountain without any trees. So, yeah, maybe you need nature a little bit right now. You're too serious, okay? You are in a concrete world, okay? It might benefit you. Now, in your recent past, you were very intuitive. I don't know what happened, why suddenly you are becoming... You see, the priestess is somebody who's very intuitive, somebody who's very creative, somebody who's very much in touch with nature. That was in the recent past. Now, I don't know what happened that suddenly you went on the opposite direction. You suddenly became more realistic. Okay, if you are here more spiritual, here you're more down to earth, more practical, more grounded. If here you are very empathic, here you covered your empathic by having strong boundaries. Okay. Maybe what you need is to balance between your being intuitive, your being creative, your being very close to nature, and also balancing it with this one. So you need to balance between the priestess and the emperor. So I think you are right now in a stage of trying to get a balance between the two. Now, if you try to get a balance between the two, let us see what will happen. Yeah, that's good. You have here the Queen of Cups. Somebody who's matured emotionally. Somebody who's intuitive. You see here, she's looking at the cup and being intuitive. Her throne is amidst nature. Okay. You see, somehow you are going to strike a balance. Maybe for some of you, you are learning to strike a certain balance. From being too intuitive to being a little bit too grounded, and then finally getting the middle road, which is that of the Queen of Cups. She has good boundaries. She is very intuitive. She's very creative, but she's also very efficient, like the Emperor. So she somehow, I feel, you're just in the process of balancing things from being very feminine to a little bit masculine, and then finally being able to balance it between the feminine and the masculine, from being very intuitive to very down to earth, very practical, very common sense kind of person, and shifting slowly to the middle, wherein you are grounded at the same time intuitive, where you are efficient in applying your dreams and visions, but at the same time also remaining a visionary. So yeah, finally, I feel in the near future, you will be able to strike a balance. So it's sort of like you went to the left extreme, and then you went to the other extreme, and somehow you know already both extremes, so you are able to finally balance them and remain in the middle. Now, this is a very good thing also. The advantage here is it's easy for you to understand people who are very feminine, and it's easy for you also to understand people who are very masculine, because somehow you know already the two extremes. The important thing is that maturity that you will gain in becoming the Queen of Cups wherein you are able to balance, to take the middle road. So yeah, I think this is a journey towards maturity, and that's good. Now, this is what is happening in your real world right now. You have been very productive. I think this is the king, the emperor. You've been very productive and it's bearing fruit, but you were telling yourself something is missing. I think that something is missing is because you went too much to the extreme of being an emperor, that you miss your intuitive part, your creative part, your sensitive part, and your being with nature part. And that's the reason why you need to balance it. And I think if you will be able to balance it, you will attain this one, the Queen of Cups. Now let's try to see what is happening in your inner world. You feel a little bit insecure right now and a little bit guarded. Maybe that's the reason why you are here right now. Maybe for some of you, you have been very caring and very open in the recent past, that your vulnerability made other people take advantage of you. And because you were taken advantage of, you felt your kindness has been taken advantage of, you became guarded. And that's why you went to this extreme, which is that of, you went to the extreme. You had strong boundaries now. You are guarded because you felt insecure. You felt, for some of you, you might have felt that your kindness was taken advantage of. But then when you became like this, you felt, oops, something was missing. You lost and you missed maybe this intuitive, creative part of you. So the challenge for you is to try to attain a middle road, a balance of being an emperor and a high priestess. And what will happen will be the Queen of Cups. Okay. Because the high priestess is more of the contemplative part. She doesn't have the implementing part that the queen has. The queen is like the king. She also has an implementing part. She also rules a kingdom. So in a certain sense, because for some kingdoms it's the feminine and some kingdoms it's the masculine that rule it. So in a certain sense, she has a implementing capacity also. So I feel that is what is being called for you right now. Take it if it resonates with you. I feel it's a journey towards attaining a balance between the extremes of your person, the intuitive part and the grounded part, the realistic part. You try to get the middle road. The masculine and the feminine, you try to get the middle road. When you are able to attain the middle road, then peace is easily attained, a sense of fulfillment, and you'll be a cup that is overflowing. Now let's try to end with some oracle cards. It's been a long time since we've tried the Starseed Oracle, so we will try to use the Starseed Oracle for today. Let's see, Cancer. What can we expect from the oracle cards for today? We have here karmic relationships. Okay. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. Okay. I think although we didn't see any conflict here, we can infer from the situation, because here you're very intuitive and then suddenly you become guarded, insecure, you become very guarded. So it can be that you have just been in an unhealthy, you have just experienced a relationship where one or both party is a little bit insecure, and so there was a sort of like a tower moment. So karmic relationships, well, sometimes the karmic relationships can teach us lessons about life. They wake us up to the need to mature. So it can be like that. Now, you see him, you see the picture. When you look at the picture, they are separated by planets. They are separated by planets. One is looking there, the other is looking at you. Somehow, it's like the universe will bring both of you together. Now, I don't know if the universe already brought to you, because there are different kinds of karmic relationships. Certain karmic relationships is that you meet each other because you are about to teach each other something about life, and It can be that you just met your karmic partner and you underwent a tower moment, and now you are in the process towards maturity. Now, it can be also that this is a soulmate, somebody who will arrive to you once you attain this maturity. So this can be in the recent past, or it can be in the near future. So for some of you, there is a possibility of encountering your karmic relationship. It can be, if this is the dialogue and you've met your karmic relationship in the recent past, then your karmic relationship was meant to see you in this lifetime in order to teach you to attain a certain balance in your life. Okay, so it can be like that. So try to see how it resonates with you right now. It can be that after you attain a certain maturity, finally, your soulmate will arrive. Okay. It can be also a positive relationship. It can be a relationship that at start will be negative, but the effect will be positive. So it can be like that. Now we have here activated earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you are led. Okay. Now, there is a reason why you find yourself in certain places at certain times. So where you are right now, that is what you're meant to be. If you are being drawn to go to another place, then allow the Spirit to guide you. Follow the silent guiding hand, because maybe you have finished your mission at this time and then you are going someplace. So if you are right now not contented with your present life situation, you try to see. Maybe you are that type of person whose presence changes the world. So in a certain sense, maybe your presence is much more needed in another place. That's why for some of you, you might feel that you are no longer contented here, and you might be led by the Spirit to go to another place. So if you are right now experiencing that kind of feeling, well, try it out. Try it out. Go to the place and try to see. Maybe that is your special mission. So you just try to see if it resonates with you. Or you don't have to immediately go to that place. You can research about it for a while and you try to see. You try to see pictures, you try to see descriptions before going to the place. And then when you go to the place, you try to feel again. So it doesn't have to be an immediate thing. You can slowly learn about it. That's the beauty of technology right now. You get to see the place even if you haven't visited it yet. Now, weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It is not yours to carry. Okay. I think it's very much related here. You are very loving and caring, and because of that, you are generous by spirit. And what happened is maybe you ended up carrying the weight of the world and you felt taken advantage of. And so you're finally learning to have boundaries. But because it's the first time, maybe you might have overdid it. And so somehow finally, after a certain time, you will be able to attain a certain balance. But somehow the message of this card is that, yes, you can, you are a gift to the world, it is true. But sometimes you might end up carrying too much weight that you do not deserve to carry. So you need also to be discerning. Try to see whether the situations are beneficial for you. I was planning to get only one, but it ended up two. So there must be a reason here. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdoms. Look a little deeper. Okay, just listen. I feel that the universe wants to teach you something new right now. Follow the Queen of Cups. She's listening to the Holy Grail. Listen to the universe. Use your intuition like the High Priestess. So you really need to balance between intuition and get living life, being grounded. Listen. It seems that the universe has a lesson for you right now. Okay, finally we have here the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. So don't afraid to be who you truly are. Okay, get out of your insecurities. You're a gift to the world. Yeah, but just have that boundaries, good boundaries. Be like the queen. She's not afraid to be beautiful. You are beautiful in your own way. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. So, yeah, you are beautiful in your own way. Don't be afraid to be different. Shine the beauty that is in you. Shine forth with the beauty that is in you. Okay, well, that's it for today, Cancer. I hope it has helped you right now, and I hope you resonated with some of the descriptions here. It's quite interesting. You're on a journey to maturity and learning to strike the balance. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channels. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again in the future. Until that moment, may God continue to bless your ways.